Alright, in this lesson I'm going to show you how you can add some color to your chords. You'll be able to take simple chords like this and make them sound like this. The chords I'm playing here are known as suspended chords or simply sus chords. There are two types of sus chords, the Sus2 and the Sus4. You'll hear these a lot in pop music, in gospel, and many other styles. To play the Sus2, you're going to take notes 1, 2, and 5 from the major scale, and then you play them together. So if you take a C, for example, you know this is your C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. So you take 1, you take 2, and you take 5. So this right here is a C Sus2, or C suspended second. Okay, let's try this on G. So here's a G Sus2, because again you take first note from your G major scale, and your G major scale is simply, okay, more on that later, but there's the first note of your G, here's the second note, and here's the fifth note. So that's G Sus2. F Sus2 looks exactly the same. You just go to F and you play your F, the second of F, which is G, and the fifth. So I don't know if you can hear it, but sometimes the sus chord feels incomplete. It feels like it has to go somewhere, like it's unresolved. I guess that's why they call it a suspended chord, right? So most of the time you'll find that sus chords resolve to the major chord. So this might go to, there's a bit of a feeling of relief actually if you go. So it was suspended, now it's resolved, right? Sometimes like on a chord like A minor, okay, and if you've got a sus, it could resolve to the minor chord. So that's also resolving nicely. So that's the Sus2 chord. The second type of suspended chord is the Sus4. So to play this, you use notes 1, I'll do this on C. So you'll use 1, 4, and 5. Okay, so it's 1, 4, and 5 from your major scale. So this right here is a C Sus4. So just like the Sus2, this one also creates some tension. I think this actually creates more tension. So it needs to be resolved. Not always, but most of the time it definitely needs to be resolved. So listen to this. Oh, doesn't that feel lovely when you resolve it? So tension, and it's released right here. So that's your Sus4. I want us to improvise together using sus chords. So I've created a simple chord chart right here and a backing track for us to use. You can download the backing track and the chord chart in the description. In this chord chart, you'll see one new chord which we haven't played before. That's E. So E stands for E major, which basically looks like this. So you play E in G sharp and B. I mean, you could play it there, but you could play it there. Still the same thing. If you want to play an E Sus2, you're going to play E and then you play the F sharp with finger 2. If you want to resolve it. And if you want to play an E Sus4, so you just put your fourth finger on A. So I'm playing E, A, and B. Listen to that tension right there. Resolved. Okay, so you can start by playing the chords just as they are written, like this. I'll play the roots in my left hand. So from A minor to G. And then F. And then to D minor. G sharp in the middle, back home to A minor. And then you can start over if you want. Okay. So once you're comfortable with that, you can start substituting these chords with either the Sus2 or the Sus4 chord. Okay. So here's an example. So I play the Sus2, ooh, Sus4 and G, and the Sus2, and then to F, to D minor. Here's the Sus2, then to E, back to A minor. So, I mean, it's really up to you whether you want to keep it simple or if you want to make it fancy. Remember, it's improvising, so you do whatever you want with this. Alright, you could even go... you know? On this F, there's something that I forgot to mention. If you're going to play an F Sus4, you might have tried to play that. I mean, to my ears there's not a massive problem, but I think to most people they'll hear a lot of tension there. So this chord right here is not really F Sus4. If you want to play F Sus4, the secret is you put your finger on B flat. So F Sus4 has got a B flat in it. That's more pleasant to the ears. So on F, feel free to play. Okay, so again, feel free to get that backing track, play along, it's a lot of fun. I'm now going to leave you with one exercise for sus chords. I got this from Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. It goes like this, so I'm going to play it on a C chord, so this is my C. If I play a Sus2 and then resolve it, then go to the Sus4 and resolve it again. That's pretty much the exercise. So it starts with Sus2, resolve it. Sus4, resolve. So like this. Actually, I should have said Sus2 and then resolve one more time. So it's Sus2, resolve, Sus4, resolve, Sus2, resolve. Okay, so we do three things there. I'm just going to add the root just for fun. So. And then he plays the same thing on chord 5, so I'm going to do that on G. So practice your sus chords, and then in the next lesson I've got some more cool things for you. I'm going to make the process of accompanying feel so much easier for you. You're going to sound better and more professional as well. If you've enjoyed this lesson, go ahead and watch the next one right here. And don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Feel free to ask me any questions and I'm more than happy to help. I'll see you in the next lesson.